We've created a side profile of our drivetrain. We want to extrude out the tubes. So the first thing I would do would be to use this new tool we're going to learn today called the offset plane. So we want to create a new plane. Since we remember that this wheel is 1.75 inches off the ground, we can check by just clicking this and looking at the bottom right. Yep, this is 1.75 inches. So we want to construct an offset plane that is 1.75 inches above the ground, so that we know that this our floor, where we're creating our box tubings, it'll be in line with how it will be actually in our assembly later on. So let's create a new sketch and let's choose the offset plane we just made as the plane. We can see that the plane intersects with the bottom of the box tubing, of the 2-inch box tubing. So the first thing we want to do is, you might wonder, like, how do we use this sketch to create this top sketch? So you want to reference this line. So we could use this project function, project tool, to project one of our sketch lines. You can see now it's in our new sketch. So our new sketch will have this projected line that is 30 inches. So we know that this is reference. So you can see if I go into here and I change this to be, like, say 40, we can see that our projected line also changed to be 40. Okay. So now that we have this projected line, we can go ahead and hide this old sketch and create our tubes. So we know that our drivetrain is going to be a 30 by 30 square. So we can use the center point rectangle to create a 30 by 30. And instead of dimensioning this to be 30, we can set this to be equal to this. So when the length of that changes, the length of this will change as well. So let's see. Let's just test that out. So change this to 40. We can see this also changed to 40. We could also set this equal to this. We could also set this side and this side equal if you wanted our drivetrain to be a square, but it's fine for now. So now that we have our outside of our drive, we want to create our box tubings. So we know our box tubings are 1 inch thick, so we can use the offset tool, which is right here, offset, just like this whole thing. And we can see if we drag it, we can change the offset, and we can see we want to make it 1 inch thick, so we can make it a -1 offset. Now we have our tubes, but we need to account for our swerve module cutouts because our box tubes don't go all the way to the end. So let's just say our swerve module cutouts are like, say like around 4 inches. So let's add a new line here. So let's make this a horizontal line. Okay, it says it's over constrained. That basically means it's already horizontal. So we can see there's a perpendicular line, and we know this is perfectly horizontal. Then this will also be perfectly vertical if this is perpendicular to this line. So let's use our sketch dimension tool. I have it set to D. So you can set keybinds to all your tools to make your CADing faster. So just set this to 4. And then instead of drawing this line 7 more times on all the corners, we can use a mirror tool. So say I want to mirror this, and we can mirror it across a vertical line. So it'll end up here, because that's just how mirroring works. And then we can use a different tool now called, that we learned earlier, which is our circular pattern tool. So if we want to put this on all 4 edges, we can select the center point and then circular pattern it 4 times. So you can see that it's a circular pattern. So like if we go to all the edges, we can see that it intersects with all of these edges if we drew a circle. So now we have the drivetrain frame.